The rising star from Liverpool, Nick Ball, has made a name for himself in the boxing world and is already being hailed by many as the featherweight division's future king. Ball, often known as Nick the Ring, is a nightmare for opponents because of his unrelenting aggression, destructive power, and unwavering pressure. His ascent has been characterized by a string of spectacular triumphs that highlight his talent, tenacity, and capacity to unseat even the most seasoned champions, such as the seemingly unbeatable Naoya Inoue. We'll analyze Nick Ball's top 5 wins today, all of which demonstrate his readiness to dominate the division. Ball's performance against former world champion Isaac Dogbo, who is known for his tenacity and warrior mentality, was one of his best. With a reputation for taking punishment well and retaliating fiercely, Dogbo came into the battle as a formidable opponent. But from the first bell, Ball put Dogbo on the defensive by turning the fight into a fast-paced battle. With an unrelenting torrent of blows, the Brit outworked his opponent and shown his ability to keep up pressure throughout a taxing battle. Dogbo, who is renowned for his ability to rally late, attempted to rally with a few shots in the last rounds, but it was insufficient. Ball's strength was evident as he progressively broke Dogbo down by bullying him into the corners. One particularly noteworthy instance was when Ball caught Dogbo just behind the ear with a crisp right hand that landed over the top. The shot was legal and effective, further draining Dogbo's vitality, despite his protests that it veered toward the back of his head. Dogbo was put on the defensive by Ball's double jabs and strong right hands, and an uppercut in the closing rounds completed the victory. Ball was declared the winner by the judges after 12 rounds of vicious combat, solidifying his place as a future superstar. As Ball's unrelenting pressure and exceptional work rate proved to be too much for the seasoned Dogbo, the crowd erupted, signaling a major advancement in his career. Another significant victory came against Ronnie Rios, a seasoned and resilient fighter who had competed against elite opponents all of his career. Ball was supposed to be put to the test by Rios, but the Brit outplayed him right away. Ball was able to establish the tone early and control the tempo with his amazing jab, which was delivered with unexpected force. He started to land enormous power strikes as the bout went on, catching Rios with force and accuracy. Ball showed confidence and adaptability by alternating between orthodox and southpaw stances with ease, which kept Rios off guard. Rios was unable to find a moment of rest as the constant assault continued, forcing him to retreat in a straight path. Ball's combinations were amazing, and when Rios was taken aback by a left uppercut, the referee looked closely. Rios leaped to his feet, but his eyes showed how much the bout was costing him. Unstoppable and irrepressible, Ball applied pressure and fired salvo after salvo. Ball's domination was demonstrated when Rios, in a last-ditch effort to rebound, fell beneath the bottom rope. As Ball persisted in his attack, the audience stood up, and the referee waved it away, giving Ball a decisive win. Rios' perseverance was impressive, but Ball's constant aggression and top-tier play made it clear that he was destined to become a great player. Ball faced a different kind of test against Raymond Ford, a quick and extremely talented boxer. Ball forced Ford into a fight, negating his speed and technical skill, which were thought to be his greatest attributes. Ball eliminated Ford's ability to box at range right away by closing the distance and making the bout a slugfest. Heavy blows were exchanged between the two fighters, with Ball hitting Ford with a stunning left uppercut early on. The two men slugged it out until the last bell, and the pace was fast. Ball's powerful combination, which included another uppercut and a large left hand that seemed to change the flow, was the highlight of the latter rounds. The crowd was in awe of the amazing conclusion, when both competitors gave it their all. In a stunning upset that demonstrated his versatility and ability to defeat even the most accomplished opponents, Ball was declared the new WBA featherweight champion when the scorecards were read. The triumph was a powerful declaration, demonstrating that Ball could not only compete with the best in the division but also outperform them. Another opponent that was anticipated to cause Ball trouble was Ray Vargas, a world champion and one of the featherweight division's strongest fighters. Vargas was a dangerous opponent since he was taller and had a considerable reach advantage, but Ball set the pace right away. Ball quickly closed the gap and launched a relentless attack, stiffening Vargas' legs with a huge right hand in the middle rounds and sending the audience into a frenzy. Visibly disturbed, Vargas managed to hang on, but Ball continued to approach. Ball's momentum was momentarily stalled by Vargas' body shot, but it wasn't enough to reverse the flow. Ball caught Vargas in the 8th round with a combination that knocked him down. Vargas claimed it was more showy than hurtful, but the referee didn't agree. Ball nearly ended the fight with a devastating left hand in the last 10 seconds. Many were perplexed by the judge's decision to award it a draw despite Ball's dominance, considering the Brit's efficiency and work rate. Nevertheless, the performance demonstrated Ball's strength and determination, demonstrating that he could compete with, and possibly even defeat, a champion of Vargas' ability. The bout was a sea change, demonstrating that Ball's aggressive approach could pose a threat to even the best in the category. Ball's victory over Ronnie Rubio, which concluded in a vicious first-round knockout, was arguably his most decisive. Ball's explosiveness was evident as he stunned Rubio early with a swift left uppercut. Ball, seeing Rubio's vulnerability, lunged forward and threw a barrage of punches that knocked him to the ground. Ball asked Rubio to step forward again, but he dropped him a second time with another powerful blow after Rubio valiantly stood up. Ball was stopped in the first round, sending a message to the division, when the referee had had enough and waved it off. Ball's potential as a knockout artist was emphasized by the finish's quickness, power, and savagery, which further enhanced his already outstanding resume. It was a decisive victory that demonstrated his ability to put a stop to altercations swiftly and forcefully when the time was right. These 5 wins, against Ronnie Rubio, Ray Vargas, Raymond Ford, Ronnie Rios, and Isaac Dogbo, clearly illustrate Nick Ball's rise in the boxing world. He's shown his versatility against Ford, his tenacity against Vargas, his explosive power against Rubio, his unrelenting pressure against Dogbo, and his continuous aggression against Rios in each fight. When taken as a whole, they demonstrate that Ball is a real threat to the featherweight title, not simply a contender. He stands out as a special talent because of his capacity to defeat tough opponents, outperform seasoned veterans, and outperform talented technicians. Ball is only 5 feet 2 inches, so he may not have the height and reach of some of his colleagues, but his work ethic, strength, and heart more than make up for it. He can quickly close gaps and force his will on opponents thanks to his style, which is reminiscent of a pressure fighter with a contemporary twist. Ball fights with a purpose that few can equal, whether he's chopping away at the body, throwing uppercuts through tight defenses, or shooting right hands over the top. A maturity beyond his years is suggested by his self-assurance in the ring, which is demonstrated by his readiness to change stances and take chances. On March 27, 2025, Nick Ball is poised to become a great player. His triumphs have earned him the WBA featherweight title and the admiration of both fans and commentators, but the ultimate test, a possible bout with the indisputable monarch of the category, Naoya Inoue, looms. Ball's unrelenting style would present a special challenge, but Inoue's speed, accuracy, and knockout power have made him a famous. Ball's legacy may be determined by that fight if he keeps improving and gains momentum. For the time being, Ball's top 5 victories form the basis for future developments. His image as a fighter who never gives up has grown with each triumph, from the battle with Dogbo to the destruction of Rubio. Nick Ball is a new hero for Liverpool and a new star in the boxing world. Ball's career is only getting started, and the best in the division should be on notice whether he finishes opponents in 1 round or breaks them up over 12 rounds.